I'm Phoebe Chongchua. You're watching Live Fit Magazine. In this edition, we travel San Diego and beyond to take you by plane, boat, and car to some of the most beautiful, exciting, and unique travel experiences. From the desert to the bay to rarely traveled areas, Live Fit Magazine takes you on the great escapes. And travel writer Cynthia Dial joins us with highlights from Antarctica. Chef Bernard's back with another fabulous recipe. This time it's roasted jumbo Mexican shrimp. Yum! Palm Desert is a world-class destination resort area, but it didn't always look like this. Pictures on the website of the Historical Society Museum in Palm Desert give us a glimpse of what was once known as Palm Village. It adopted its current name in 1951, when the Palm Desert Corporation began developing real estate. Today, Palm Desert is a favorite vacation spot for many, especially those living in Southern California. It's about a quick 2.5-hour drive from San Diego, and yet it feels like you've escaped to a faraway place to relax, unwind, shop, play, and dine. Located in Riverside County, this desert community in the Coachella Valley is about 11 miles east of Palm Springs, and it's a hot spot for people like me who want to escape some of the gloomy San Diego weather. In this area, you'll see how alternative sources of energy are produced, and you can even take a tour of the Palm Springs windmills. Live Fit Magazine visited over the long Memorial Day holiday weekend. In addition to the usual artwork you see lining the streets, flags were flying in the breeze for the holiday. The weather was a perfect 80 degrees and the breeze was gentle. Like all desert towns, sometimes the wind really kicks up. This time of year, Palm Desert starts to get busy with tourists coming from different parts of the country. One of my favorite places to shop when I'm in Palm Desert is on El Paseo. It has lots of great boutiques and high-end stores. You're sure to find what you're looking for. And if you're familiar with Beverly Hills, you'll probably be reminded of Rodeo Drive. You must stop in at Fix on El Paseo, a cafe and bakery that's decor will make your spirit soar. The woman who owns this place is a pilot and has decorated the cafe like a plane hangar, so there's plenty to look at. We tried a beer batter lunch crepe for under $10. It's stuffed with mozzarella cheese, spinach, mushroom, and pesto. It's delightful. And a vegetarian sandwich filled with bell peppers, tomato, mozzarella, avocado, and sprouts. The salad was topped with a homemade raspberry vinaigrette. Wow! Complete these two dishes with a glass of Pinot Gris. The white wine was Elk Cove from Oregon and had hints of ripe melon and pink grapefruit. When you visit the JW, be sure to take a boat ride around the lake. The boat takes you to one of their restaurants, like Mikado, a favorite of mine. This is a teenage-friendly resort with lots of fun things to do for both adults and kids. Over at Rancho Las Palmas, it's a serene, peaceful vibe. We had a light dinner while listening to live music at, let me see if you can guess the name. You got it. When nighttime comes, have your camera ready. It's elegant at Rancho Las Palmas. Another favorite nearby place to visit in the greater Palm Springs area is La Quinta. Once a year for 30 years, the city hosts an arts festival. It's the #2 ranked fine arts festival in the nation. Exquisite art, food, and drinks, and live music are all presented lakeside on the La Quinta Civic Center campus.
Raw talent? Looking for a new career? Get cooking. Be a chef. San Diego Culinary Institute, the school for creative people who also want to make a good living. Visit sdculinary.com. Learn how to become a professional chef.
Coming up on Live Fit Magazine, Man with the Iron Fist opens November 2nd. Live Fit Magazine reporter Crystal Fambrini catches up with actor Dave Bautista for an inside look at the film.
Hi everyone, Crystal Fambrini here for Live Fit Magazine, and we are in the midst of Comic-Con 2012. I am with Dave Bautista, and he's giving us the exclusive on the Man with the Iron Fists. So tell us about it.
It's just a lot. It's basically it's really kind of hard to describe. It's kind of like a kung fu movie, but it's also like a fantasy. They have these warring clans in China, but it's not like a real China. It's like a fantasy China. There's all these different, characters, and it's really just a really cool. It's a cool movie, but it's also like something new that nobody's really ever seen. And I think even if if you're not really into this genre and not into kung fu movies, you would still kind of enjoy this movie because it's so original. It's got so much going on, and I think it's going to be really, really big.
And there are some big names with this movie. Quentin Tarantino presents it, Eli Roth directing, RZA, Russell Crowe, Lucy Liu starring in it with Dave. RZA just released the trailer recently, and Forbes.com was quoted saying that they predict this movie to be the highest grossing kung fu movie of all time. What do you think about that? Is that overwhelming, or?
No, I think, watching, I actually haven't even seen it. I've seen clips of it, and I was offered, to go and watch a screening, and because I'm such a fan of this type of movie, I chose to, sit it out and wait to see it as a fan in the theaters. So I'm probably more excited than anybody. Also, I got to say that RZA was the director. Okay. So it was his directorial debut, and he did an awesome job. And Eli Roth was producer on it, and he was there the whole time. He's also a co-writer on it. So, yeah, it's going to be an amazing movie. I think it's going to break all kinds of records.
Now, how was it switching from, I'm sure your fans are used to seeing you in the ring, WWE 6-time heavyweight champion, and now you're turning into this huge action star. Was the transition hard for you, or walk us through that a little bit?
I don't know if I made the complete transition, but actually RZA offered me the movie before I did anything else, really, as far as acting, and I took a couple other roles really to prepare for this part because I was so excited about it. But making the transition into that movie was kind of easy because RZA was my friend already. And it was kind of easy going. I felt like I was just going to hang out with a bunch of my buddies, and we were just kind of, I don't know, kind of play acting and doing this stuff that we're all fans of already. So it didn't even really feel like I was doing anything new or going to work every day. It was really, I was just going to hang out with my buddies, and we were just, living this fantasy. It was awesome.
Now, how are the action shots? Because in the trailer, it looks pretty scary, and you're wrapped around in cords, and there's like sex slaves, and there's a man with an iron fist, and you have a brass body. I mean, how was it like shooting some of those scenes?
It was, it's funny because it looks really cool, but actually the conditions were a little rough. For one, it was, we were on a set that wasn't insulated on. It was, we're in the middle of winter in China, and it was freezing. A lot of stuff was kind of rough because. They put you on wires and harnesses, and you're being pulled here and there and dropped here and there, and people punching you in the face. I got punched in the face a few times. I was all bloody and scratched up and beat up, but there was a few, like cool scenes, like, I got to make out with Jamie Chung. And
Nice.
So, how can you complain about that? The funny thing about that was I was in this goofy little like thong type thing, and I was so cold, but in between takes, Jamie would cover me up and try to keep me warm. It was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, thank you so much, and have a fun day at Comic-Con.
I'm excited. Thank you.
What do you think about Comic-Con so far?
I love it. Last year was my first year here, and I actually didn't come because I was working. I came as a fan, and I dressed up, and which nobody got my costume, but I dressed up just so I could enjoy the convention and go around and not have to stop and take pictures or anything. Just kind of enjoy it.
What were you dressed up as last year?
I was dressed up. I was Batman, but I was Batman dressed up as a Star Wars fan. And just nobody got the joke. I was like Batman, but I had like a T-shirt on over my cape, and I had the mask, and I had a lightsaber, and people they were very confused about my costume. And that's basically, I was Batman dressed up as a Star Wars fan.
I love it. You went incognito last year. That was smart of you.
Totally, yeah, totally. And I had a ball.
Well, thank you. So you guys make sure to check out The Man with the Iron Fist. It comes out 3,500 theaters this October. And for more, go to livefitmagazine.com. Thank you, Dave.
Hi, I'm Chef Bernard, and when I am not cooking in the kitchen, I am watching Live Fit magazine. So catch me there on the next Live Fit magazine.
Next, we head to Coronado to take a look at the ferry landing. It's going green, and it's more than just a tourist destination. We show you how commuters can catch a ride for free. A morning ride across the San Diego Bay is how many people start their day at the Coronado Ferry landing. The center is a tourist destination that houses unique and eclectic shops and restaurants. For the locals, services offered here are helping them conserve fuel and preserve the environment.
One thing that the Coronado Ferry landing offers is a commuter ferry each morning, Monday through Friday. It runs from about 5 a.m. to 8:30, and commuters can park here for free and then ride the commuter ferry over. The captain will give them a voucher to ride back. And this in turn helps the environment overall in helping our footprint because it gets vehicles off the road every day.
But it reaches even beyond that. In a time when green is the new protocol for businesses, the Coronado Ferry Landing, as a tenant of the Port of San Diego, is striving to do its part. That's why it joined the port's Green Business Network.
With a center this old, we're just trying to make upgrades and updates as, budget allows in this economy.
Today, many green alternatives have been integrated. Solar lighting on the public dock helps conserve energy. The bathrooms have been renovated and include low-flush toilets and lead-free self-metering faucets. There is LED lighting on their poles. Recycle bins divert usable material from our landfills. And the irrigation system uses a moisture detector to make sure it's not watering when it's raining. Photocell sensors like this one light up the Coronado Ferry Landing as it starts to get dark, saving a lot of manual effort and energy. And the savings are adding up, especially thanks to their recycling program.
From 2010, we were able to save up to $4,000, and then in 2011, $7,000, and with electrical and water, just under $1,000, which is all savings that go back to the subtenants.
Subtenants like Pioe's restaurant.
We actually change our menu to ensure that we're serving sustainable fish.
And executive chef David Bland strives to use local produce and fish that are not only good for consumers, but also the planet.
It helps the environment because trucks aren't using gasoline to get here. The amount of money that it takes for fuel to actually bring something here, to store something in refrigeration and all of that, it's just wasteful.
Overall, I think the Green Business Network had a positive influence on this center because we've been able to see savings in electrical and water line items.
And more green modifications are planned for the Coronado Ferry Landing.
For 2013, we're looking to, with the assistance of SDG&E, to install the motion meters for the light fixtures in our public restrooms.
SDG&E offers many services to financially help small business customers become more energy efficient, like free energy analysis, rebates on energy efficient equipment, 0% financing, and no-cost equipment upgrades for qualifying customers. To learn more, visit thegreenportnetwork.org.
This segment brought to you by SDG&E and the Port of San Diego Green Business Network, an integrated energy efficiency and sustainability program.
It's tested for performance, for wearability, for cleanability, and we only carry really good quality products.
Coming up on Live Fit Magazine, Chef Bernard's in the kitchen roasting jumbo Mexican shrimp, and travel writer Cynthia Dial cruises Antarctica.
What we have here is beautiful wild shrimp from Mexico. So wild Mexican shrimp, just a gorgeous product. But we're going to marinate them. So we have a little bit of grapefruit juice over here. Then some curry. So mix it really well. Then cilantro and mint and cumin. A bit of black pepper and sea salt. Then what you want to do is you want to take those shrimp and marinate them really well. So make sure they're really well coated with that marinade. And you want to let them pretty much marinate and stand for about, I would say 20 minutes to half hour. For garnish, I have the best and easiest salad ever. You need avocado. This is the gold of California right here. And we have some jicama. So jicama goes in the bowl right here. So you just peel the jicama and cut it into like matchsticks. So like this, they will be nice and crunchy. To that we have mango. Look at this beautiful mango. So you peel your mango and you slice it thinly. And then what we'll do is we'll cut it exactly the same way, so matchsticks as well. I love these matchsticks because you really have a different flavor and fragrance when you are tasting it. If you dice it, it gets just diluted. To that, we'll have some mint and cilantro. You have a little bit of both right here. And our avocado. So check this out. For the avocado, you want to cut it in half this way. Twist. Easy. flip. Then you want to peel just this part right here. Check this out, really easy. And then you just pull and pull. It's like magic. And then you just want to cut it so you don't go all the way through, okay? Be very gentle. You can do it also on the cutting board, of course. But you want to do some nice little cubes. And check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delicious. To this, we'll add a little bit of Tabasco. If you like it spicy, just don't hesitate to add a little bit more. Some sea salt, some pepper, and walnut oil. A little bit of walnut oil, et voila. Now we'll take some leaves of mint that you just pull apart like this. You don't want to chop it. Same thing with your cilantro. You want some cilantro leaves as well. So we had a little bit of chopped, and now we're putting some leaves. And I love the leaves and a little bit of the stems as well because it gives a really nice flavor. I know you would think it's tequila because we are in Mexico, but guess what? My favorite, limoncello. I need a little bit of sweet. I need to bring that beautiful fragrance of mango. And I tried it both ways. This is the best way. Just some limoncello is delicious. And here you go. Your salad is ready. For the grill, you have to make sure that your grill is nice and hot and well seasoned. I'll take a little bit of oil and drizzle the grill. Look at this. And you will see that that oil just spread evenly. And from that, we'll start our cooking. Look at this. Eggplant first, and then we will cook our shrimp. Isn't that beautiful? A lot of flavor there. So you want to cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and make sure that they do not overcook. This is what you want, just barely cooked, barely cooked. Presentation, always very important. You eat with your eyes first. Then we take a little bit of our marinade and drizzle it over the shrimp. Et voilà. Roasted Mexican prawn with a mango avocado salad. Simply delicious. Live fit and live forever. Bon appétit.
Crystal Fambrini here for Live Fit Magazine, and coming up, find out to get a tush like this one right here. You're not going to miss this. We have the Booty Bible Secrets and the guru herself. Find out who this booty belongs to.
Has trusted Marracal Design and Remodeling.
One of the best decisions I've ever made was choosing Marracal for my remodeling needs.
Marracal listened to our needs and then exceeded our expectations.
Remodeling can be scary, but Marracal gave us peace of mind.
Their team transformed our old kitchen into the new heart of our home.
They created the home I've always wanted.
Insist on quality and value. Call Marracal Design and Remodeling.
I'm Gary Marracal. Trust your home to us.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Dial. I'm with Live Fit Magazine. And you know, of all my cruises, I think the most spectacular was to Antarctica. Now, getting to Antarctica is no short commute. I flew all the way to the very tip of Argentina, Ushuaia, and from there I boarded the Antarctic Dream. It's a 90-passenger exploration vessel. Now, we headed across Drake's Passage. It's the roughest sea in the world. It's where the Atlantic and Pacific converge. So as you can imagine, there was China crashing. We had chairs going past us upside down, people falling out of their beds. But on the third morning, I awoke and it was completely calm. I went upstairs to where we had surrounded windows in the dining room to be greeted by this white winter wonderland. We were in Antarctica. Now, Antarctica is the highest, driest, coldest, iciest place on Earth. So it's not very hospitable, as you can imagine. But let me tell you, it really was when I was there, and these are the things I was able to do. I sat as close to penguins as I am to the camera. They just waddled back and forth. I was by a penguin colony. I heard them chirping and kind of communicating with each other. And it was a bit aromatic, I must admit. I also spotted a penguin who had just hatched an egg and was sitting atop it, protecting it. When we were walking on a fairly deserted beach, there was this huge southern elephant seal that was there. It's the size of 2 hippopotamuses. But you know, I think that it was the scenery, the landscape of Antarctica that really caught me the most. It has the icebergs are like this beautiful turquoise blue. They're kind of an iridescent color. So we went out in the zodiacs. That's really the best way you get around. That's the only way you get around and get away from the ship. We were in the zodiacs, meandering amongst them. And there was one that was it was really very small. It was about the size of a 2-story house. We'd put it in reverse and sat there and waited until we heard crackling and popping and ice breaking, and the iceberg literally flipped while we were sitting there. But I do think it was probably the day we got onto the continent that I always have a smile when I think about. You always celebrate. You go back to the ship and you celebrate with champagne when you get on the continent, because you don't get to do that on every cruise. Everything is weather permitting when you're in Antarctica. Well, we were back on the ship. We were on the upper deck. Snow flurries had just started. We're drinking champagne. Now, keep in mind, I'm with a group of South Americans. I'm the only U.S. citizen there. So not only did we drink our champagne, we had a conga line and we did the salsa. That's kind of my story of Antarctica. And I have a directive for you. If you're looking for a cruise, if you want to do something that's adventurous, but you want to do something that not many people have done before, go to Antarctica. Until next time, bon voyage.
Hi everyone, Crystal Fambrini here for Live Fit Magazine, coming to you from the amazing Fit Athletic Club in downtown San Diego. And with me is Alicia Marie, author of this book right here, The Booty Bible. Now tell us, why the Booty Bible?
Why the Booty Bible? Because it's my favorite part of the human anatomy, 1, and 2, because I think all my fit sisters at the gym who are busting their butts literally to improve their backsides deserve something. The focus is just on them, and that's what this is.
And she knows what she's talking about, ladies. Take a look at this. Alicia has been on more than 100 fitness magazine covers, and she was your bottom was even in the Jergens ads.
Yeah, it was.
So
yes.
chances are you have seen her bottom before on billboards. And so we were going to listen to you. So tell us, she's going to show us 2 moves. What's the first one?
Okay, come with me.
Let's do the first one. What is this called?
Okay, now this is really easy. Like I said, a step up. Good for your leg, good for your butt, right? Basic step up. Woohoo, with a knee up. Perfect. How to up the ante, maximize your time in the gym, burn more calories doing it, and work your core at the same time? Add a weighted ball.
Got it.
You're just going to step up, knee up, and press the ball to the ceiling. Step down, do it again.
How many of these are we supposed to do?
Test it out. Hell yeah, woo, woo! One more, and up.
How many of these?
I would say do 15 each leg, 3 sets.
All right, we can do that. That is step 1. Now the next one. What is this called? Numero dos.
Okay. Towel, soft mat, something for your knees. You're going to get onto all 4s.
All right.
The best way to do this exercise is with ankle weights, but I don't have any on me, so try to imagine it.
Okay.
Legs are going to go out straight and back behind you. Tip your toe. Bring it up and squeeze. Diagonal over the opposite leg. Squeeze, tap, squeeze, tap, squeeze, tap. That leg stays really straight. Good.
Doing it.
Tap, squeeze,
So these
tap.
are pretty easy to do.
This is perfect because it's a focus glute move.
Okay. And how many of those are we supposed to do?
I would say do 20 each leg, 3 sets.
And you were saying
Smash
2
number.
times a week we're supposed to do this.
I would say do a focused butt workout twice a week, but not a full blowout. What you're doing is 2 mini workouts instead of 1 big extreme butt and leg day.
Okay.
You're gonna do 2 mini days where you do 3 moves, 3 focus moves those 2 days. Does that make any sense? I explain more in the book. I explain more in the book.
All right, and to find out more about these moves, visit us online, livefitmagazine.com, add us on Facebook, and find us on Twitter. Thank you, Alicia, so much. And you guys, hope you took notes.
That's our show. I'm Phoebe Chongchua. Thanks for watching. We hope that you'll subscribe to us on Live Fit Magazine. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, and of course on the web at livefitmagazine.com. Until the next time, live fit, live well, Live It Up on Live Fit Magazine.
Hi, I'm Alicia Marie, and when I'm not doing moves from the Booty Bible at the gym, I'm watching Live Fit Magazine.
Live Fit Magazine gives away your favorite prizes. Watch to win. Subscribe on youtube.com/LiveFit Magazine and find us on Facebook.com/Live Fit Magazine. Find contest details and enter to win prizes at LiveFitMagazine.com. Plus, learn how you can be featured or become a sponsor of the Live Fit Magazine show. Live Fit, live well, live it up on Live Fit Magazine.